Good morning, everyone. Aaron Schechter from the Wet Shaver Review. I am here 2 days in a row doing a video, and this one will be much shorter than yesterday's. Talked to a couple people that helped me out a lot, and I got to give a shout out to Chris Cullen that gave me a little bit of a heads up on how to make intros to the videos and to do the little graphics thing, and hopefully I get a little bit better at it. And I'm also going to be a lot quicker doing these videos because now I know how to cut and merge and edit them, so you don't have to see everything in between me doing my passes. Today, we're going to be doing a video review on a soap I have never used before, but I've had for quite some time. It's a soap from the Gentleman's Groom Room. It's called, it's the Gentleman's Groom Room Traditional Shaving Soap, Essence of Scotland, Sweet Gale. I don't know if you can see it in there, and if not, I'm going to get it right into the camera for you, okay? This soap is notoriously known to smell like soda, like Coca-Cola, is what everyone kind of compares this soap in aroma to. I've never used this. I can tell you it's a melt and pour soap. Looking at it, it definitely has things in suspension, like little like herbs or maybe spices in suspension, which gives it its aroma, I think. You can definitely see where they're getting that cola comparison. There's a lot of bubbles on the top of this, even though I've never used it. Never used this soap once, and there just seems to be a lot of bubbles on top. I don't know if that really means anything. But anyway, let's get right down to it, okay? Let's get down to brass tacks. That's my soap of the day. My shaver of the day is going to be a 6/8 Thiers-Issard. This is the Sheep and Wolf. It is the newer C135 carbon steel or silver steel from Thiers-Issard. Great razor, love 6/8 razors in general. And very simply, one of my favorite razors, I'm going to shake it out right now because I'm going to go into this pretty dry, is my Edwin Jagger Best Badger. It's one of their smaller, they call it medium, but to me this is pretty small, this brush, but it's just a great performing brush. And being that I've never used this soap, I'm playing it really safe, and I'm using Fine. I really like Fine aftershaves. Fine the Orange Noir, or the dark orange. So pretty simple shave today. So let me wet my face and let's get going. Let's see what kind of lather we can get going today. Way counterclockwise, and someone's trying to call me. Someone obviously loves me and wants to get a hold of me. Hear my phone in the background. And okay, that is more than an adequate amount of soap lathered onto the brush. So if there's any problems making the lather, it's not because of lack of loading my brush. Okay, as you can see, I've already started lathering up. I just really began. It's only been a moment, and you can see it's definitely not where it needs to be yet. So we're going to start adding a little bit of water at a time, a little bit of hot water. I'm usually pretty generous when I add water. I used to be a lot more conservative, but I could always add some more soap need be. Hopefully it doesn't take long to get to where I need to be. Really loving that Thiers-Issard 6/8 Sheep and Wolf. It's just probably one of my newer razors. This is probably only my 4th shave with it, and it's by far probably one of my best razors. And I just really love the feel of it, the size of it, the length of the blade, how it feels in the hand, the audible feedback. Okay, let's talk about the soap though. Soap comes in a plastic container. According to the lid, it is 120 grams, which I think is right about almost 4 ounces if I'm not mistaken. And for a melt and pour, it's not doing all too bad. It's pretty stable. I'm not a huge fan of melt and pour soaps. To be honest, I'm not really picking up much scent at all off of this. Nah, that's what I would say. I would call this scent, I don't even like that word, meh. I wouldn't run to this for this aroma, though it's the lather itself isn't bad. It's not too bad. I'm liking it. A lot of melt and pours aren't that stable, and this is pretty stable. I'm gonna paint my face, and I think I'm at that part where I could start actually shaving. How about that? So, as you can see, my face is painted. The brush has a very nice lather going on. I could probably even thin it out a little bit more, but as I go through my shave, it's going to thin out just by me adding water to my face. So my first pass is always a little bit thicker. And all I can say for right now is it lathers really well, but I'm not really overly impressed by the actual aroma of the Gentleman's Groom Room. This is the Scottish Gale. Scottish Essence of Scotland, Essence of Scotland Sweet Gale. I wish I knew what Gale was. I knew a girl named Gale once. Okay, I'm here back with round number 2. I figured I'd actually on camera lather the second time, see how this lather actually with a little bit wetter face lathers up. Like I said, it would thin out a little bit just naturally by me wetting my face and there being more water. And it definitely feels thinner on my face, I can tell you that. I'm also getting a little bit of a burning sensation as well, which I'm not too happy with. I don't know if this soap is for me. I don't know if this is a soap I would really recommend all too heavily. Though the scent seems to be coming out a little bit more, so does the burning sensation, which is probably just me and skin sensitivity on my own part. Again, the lather is actually quite good. I mean, it's all on my fingers, it's the brush. I mean, it's lathering very well. Its performance as well. This might be an excellent soap for some people. And I think my selection for aftershaves is actually going to work out quite well. I just don't think, yeah, this is definitely starting to burn a little bit. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go through with 3 full, or, you know, after this pass, I'm not sure how much I'm going to do. But yeah, let's just get this going just because I want to get this off my face. I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I've already gotten through my neck area, and I'll be honest, it doesn't really have the glide that I really like out of my soaps, but the stability is great. I mean, it hasn't broken down at all. I'm hoping as I move through the shave that the lather adds more glide to it. The lather itself is good. What I mean by good is it's stable, it's thick, it's nice, it's a nice white creamy lather. It just feels like it's not providing, if I added some glycerin to this, I think it would be 1,000,001 times better. So let's continue going on my face here, okay? Like I said, I always make myself a little bit of a runner down this part of my face just so I don't cut my mustache off. Okay, now let's get that one side of the cheek. And that actually felt a little bit better than my neck. My face is a little bit more resilient, obviously, too. The skin on your face is a little bit tougher than the skin on your neck. And we'll do the last side of my face and we'll re-lather after that, so hold on 1 second. Like I said yesterday, this is the side I don't like because I really can't see what I'm doing. I use my my sideburn as a guideline. Okay, that's my first pass. Be back with you guys all in one moment. Okay, at this point I could really accurately talk about the slickness of this soap. And For me, it's just not there. It's actually it's a pretty dry shave, and I'm not too happy about that. I'm going to continue doing my. I've actually already done my prep work. I did my across the grain on my neck. My neck is even starting to turn a little bit red. I think I'm actually having a little bit of a sensitivity to this, but I'm going to continue doing this right now just to get it off my face and to continue. But so far, scent meh at best. It's really not there. Lather is actually halfway decent for a melt and pour. It's staying pretty decent. Not a huge thick lather, but it's decent. And the slickness and glide, I would out of 1 to 10, I'd give it maybe a 2. So let's continue going here. Here's my across the grain. I'm not too happy with this. Some people might like it. This might be a classic case of your mileage may vary. I personally don't think so. I'm actually not going to even go across the grain here. I'm just going to do a 45-degree downward slice just because I don't want that much resistance. Rinse the blade and do the other side real quick. Which actually the stability isn't that great. It actually dissipated. I'm not being that long-winded today. Wipe that off. And that is my across the grain pass. For the sake of the review, I am going to do a final pass. I'm going to re-lather, and let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, okay? Be right back. Okay, here we are, my final against the grain pass. Against my better judgment, I'm going to do it. My face is already beet red. Not getting much slickness out of this and glide at all, really, out of this soap. My face is actually burning right now. The only positive I'm really going to give it is it actually does allow, get this a little bit closer. After a few passes, it still has a decent amount of lather inside the brush. The puck itself is already dried fairly well. I just don't know if I'd really recommend this soap. So anyway, let's get down to it. I want to get this off my face. So hold on, let's get this moving. Anyone that watched my videos yesterday understands those 45-degree cuts I'm doing this way because of my beard growth, the way it grows. Because the only place I could really go truly across or against the grain is right here. I could hold the blade upright. Other which ways I can't do it, so I got to cut it at 45. The redness you see on my face, and I actually got a little bit of a cut there, or weeper, I should say. The redness you see on my face is not from the shaving, it's actually from the soap, if you could see the redness on my face. So I am actually pretty scared to be doing this against the grain right now. I'm going to actually do as much prep work as I can on my face to prepare myself for the against the grain pass, because I'm not getting much help from the soap, to be quite honest. and repaint that also because it looks like it's already dissipating a little bit on this side. Okay. Okay, let's get it started and wish me luck. Okay. Like I said yesterday, I like using reverse grip. Move the mustache out of my way and clear a little path there. Aside from that, we're going to do our against the grain. Oh man, I'm not getting any glide here. I do this all for the sake of this video. I'm not getting any glide. Wow, that's you know what? On the other side, I'm just gonna do a reverse across the grain because I'm not getting anything out of this. It's a good way for me to show you what a reverse across the grain is anyway. My with the grain is from sideburn to mustache. So a reverse is from the mustache to the actual sideburn. So this side I already started. Well, I still have a lather there. Let's go with it. Okay, rinse that off. Let's do the other side, keeping the blade a little bit wet. Which you can hear, I'm still getting a decent amount of hair. It's just not as much as I would if I was doing a true against the grain. Doesn't feel too bad. And for this, 45-degree cuts again, but I'm going to do it, the last time I did it in this direction, this time I'm going to do it in this direction. Go over my chin a couple times. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with this because I'm getting nothing from this soap. I'm not getting any sort of glide and I'm just tearing myself up. So let me rinse off, clean up, and I'll come back with my final impressions. Okay, here we are. The aftershave. Not the aftershave that I'm putting on my face, but the aftershave conclusion of the Gentleman's Groom Room Traditional Shaving Soap Essence of Scotland Sweet Gale. Okay, like I said, this is the Gentleman's Groom Room Essence of Scotland Sweet Gale. You also have another one called Scottish Heather, if I'm not mistaken, which I have used, which is pretty decent, pretty good. I liked it. Performed very similar, but I like the aroma better. The aroma of this, if I had to best describe it, it was almost an incensey type of aroma to it. It says that it has bog myrtle, natural honey, mixed spices, cedar wood. I have no idea what Aberfieldy single malt Scotch whiskey tastes or smells like, but it must be something unique to Scotland. It's a Scotch whiskey, but I don't really pick up on any of that, except for maybe I'm gonna go with mixed spices because that's about the only thing that I could really pick out of this was kind of an incense type of an aroma. As far as packaging goes, very it's just a plastic tub, clear. It says that it expires on February 4th, 2016. And it is it's actually manufactured by the Shetland Soap Company. And it is a melt and pour soap. As far as the lather goes, like the actual physical lather, it was decent. It was a decent lather. It lathered very well on my Edwin Jagger Best Badger medium brush, what they call a medium brush, that I've been using for about 2 years now, so it's a very well broken in brush. It lathered well, but where it really lacked, and it's a damn shame, because I'm trying to use more straight razors this year, is it really lacked with the glide. Anyone will tell you that uses a straight razor, everything else can be off, and if you have good slickness, you're going to have a good shave. If you have any resistance, you're going to have a rough shave. And you could have the sharpest blade out there, and this was not the Thiers-Issard, which is Sheffield steel. It says Sheffield Best Silver Steel, which is C135 by Thiers-Issard. This razor is sharp. I have no doubt that anything was wrong with the razor today that would have caused it to feel tuggy and pulley. It was 100% the soap, and I could actually feel that the soap didn't have any glide to it, and that was very unfortunate, because I was hoping that I would have a comfortable shave. But I actually reopened that weeper I had yesterday, and I had one that opened here as well, because it was tugging so much, and I just wanted to get it off my face. It was actually kind of burning a little bit on my face too. So would I recommend that soap, Sweet Gale by Essence of Scotland? Unfortunately, sorry to say, the gentleman's groom room, I would not recommend this soap. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on a BST. If anyone is interested in it, you can private message me, let me know. Be more than happy to talk to you about it. I don't think it's something that I would want to use again. Actually, I know it's not something I want to use again. Especially with a straight razor, and with a DE you might have a little bit better luck, but I still wouldn't really trust it that much, especially if you're using a sharper blade. So on that note, that's my review of Sweet Gale by Essence of Scotland and the Gentleman's Groom Room. Happy shaving. Hope your shave went a little bit better than mine, even though, to be honest, I still got probably a DFS out of this. Not too bad. Not a BBS by any means, but not too bad. So anyway, enjoy your days. God bless. Aaron Schechter, the Wet Shaver Review. Take it easy. Bye-bye.